your face can say it all, so I know you meant it. And if I lose my way, will I know where to find you? Will I know where to find you?
Dear Devon Marie O'Connell, last time saying that. Has time flown or what? I could not be more excited to be able to spend the rest of our lives together. I cannot help but smile to myself when I think of all the amazing things we have done so far, and to know this is only the beginning. You have been an amazing girlfriend, an amazing fiance, and know you are going to crush it as a wife.
In the dark of the night, follow the light, come back home. In the dark of the night, follow the light, come back home.
Gav, you are my person, my best friend, and my soon-to-be husband. From the day I laid my eyes on you, I knew there was something special about you. I think about meant to be and fate often, and I feel like our love story is nothing short of that. My heart has never beat so fast than the day you first texted me back in November 2015. I know you were studying for a test, but I'm so glad that day finally came.
Standing there with an open heart and with open arms, you're welcome, please. I heard you speak my name. Thunder and lightning pierced through the shadows as you welcomed me.
During our time together, I learned some things about Gavin. First, he is a Detroit Lions fan. Okay, but I'm sorry, but that in itself is the joke. They should probably have a pretty good season this year. Yeah, I don't know.
Marriage, it simply does not link two people together. Rather, it places you both into a much wider, larger network of relationships that can be complicated. When you marry, you're marrying not only your spouse, but also their family, friends, colleagues, favorite musicians, and even sports teams. One of the challenges of marriage is learning to negotiate that complexity, but it's also part of its richness. There's joy in it.
Dark of the night, follow the light, come back home.
You make me laugh harder and smile bigger than any person in the whole world. You let me be my true, authentic self, and you still choose to love me. You always encourage and support me, whether it's my job or my personal self. You help me be the best me.
Lastly, I cannot go without a sports reference. Can you believe I am marrying a Hawkeye? I will have to work on your transition to the good side once the knot is tied. In all seriousness, I cannot express how much I love you and cannot wait to share our very first kiss at our wedding. Love your future husband, Gavin.
Wherever you are, I promise that I'll meet you. Wherever you are, I'll come running if you need me. I swear you're my one and only. I swear you're never too far for us. 'Cause wherever you are is wherever we are. 'Cause wherever you are is wherever we are.
that rarely ever wants to be the spotlight and be the center of attention. So I can promise you, this whole day has been the most uncomfortable he has been in a while. Woke up this morning, came upstairs. How'd you sleep? 15 minutes.
May your love be added. May it never be subtracted. May your household multiply. May your hearts never be divided. To Devon and Gavin.
Gather thoughts on a winter night. We hold on tight.
Marriage calls us simply not only to be faithful to our spouse, but to a wider faithfulness, to a faithfulness to family and to friends and even to God. That's why in the Catholic tradition, what we do today is a sacrament. It's a sign of God's love. It points beyond itself to ultimate reality of God's love for all of his children. And what St. Paul writes to the Romans is a pretty good description of love that married couples ought to have. We all know the words, love is patient, love is kind, it bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love, it never fails.
I too really got to know Dev first through sports. The first sporting events we went to together were our brothers. We loved going to these. We weren't necessarily there to cheer on our older brothers, though sometimes we did actually perform choreographed cheers at halftime. We were really there to be with each other. When those games or weekend tournaments were over, we still always wanted more time together. We would do this crazy thing to our parents where we physically couldn't separate because our hands were super glued or nailed and duct taped together. We'd lace our fingers together so tightly that no force could separate us.